Want to learn some helpful and useful organization tips for reading in English class? It's back to school time. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about using graphic organizers to organize your learning and to use as a study guide and as a way to test yourself. I love graphic organizers. I find that they are very useful and helpful to students. It doesn't depend if you have a learning disability or not, if you're a gifted learner or not. Graphic organizers can be very beneficial to all learners. What are graphic organizers? Well, they're just systematic graphic ways to put like charts, a matrix, some kind of organized pattern on a page, and you use it to put the written information, the text, in logical, some kind of sequential order. And it's used to help you, the learner, to test your knowledge, to clarify information, and to see that you are indeed grasping the concepts that are being taught and that you can make corrections when you have thought you knew the content and you maybe have put the wrong answer. It helps you to clarify that, clarify your errors, and then two, it helps you to move beyond just basic knowledge into like comprehension, into application, into analysis, synthesizing the information, and making a judgment, evaluating the content. So graphic organizers are very helpful. So there are a lot of different kind of graphic organizers. I'll name a few and I will post some graphics so you can see them. The basic ones that you probably even used in elementary school include the KWL chart, which is the what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. That one is fun. It's a quick way for you to list. It validates what you know. You list what you know about the topic on the K side. In the middle under the W, you list what you want to learn about it, and that empowers you in your learning. It helps you to take charge of what you're going to learn, and it makes you to feel like you have a choice about what you are learning. And then on the what I learned, the L column, then you list the facts that you learned. This is a very simple graphic organizer, and I love it. Another one that I like is called the T chart, and it can be adapted to an I chart. And when I say T, I mean a capital T, and when I say I mean a capital I. So on the T chart at the top on the horizontal bar, you would have the main idea of the passage or the content that you're reading. So this type of graphic organizer is very good with helping you in all subject areas to locate, identify the main idea of the topic, that you're reading about. And then in the vertical bar of the graphic organizer, you're going to list, I usually have students to list 5 supporting details of the main idea that they found in the reading of the passage or in, the content that they were reading. So it helps them to point out and to verify that they have indeed identified the correct main idea, and then they point out the supporting facts that support, that validate the main idea, that explain the main idea or give extra, content facts about the main idea. That's a very useful tool. Now, to adapt the T chart to the I chart, you simply include a bottom horizontal bar, and on that bar you're going to write the summary. So you're going to restate the main idea and summarize it. So it helps the learner to extend beyond just restating the main idea, but it helps them to begin to synthesize all of that information and then explain it in a more elaborate, or it can be concise but detailed at the same time, if that makes sense. Okay, so those are graphic organizers that are very helpful to all learners in all content areas. Now let's talk a little bit about being organized. That planner for you middle schoolers and high schoolers and even you college kids, the planner is beneficial. It helps you to eliminate surprises. It helps you to know when your assignments are due. It helps you to remember, like if you know, you're keeping all the assignments for the entire school year for all of your subjects. So you're going to have a record, a running record of every assignment that you were responsible for. And you can check off the assignments that you have, you know, when you turn them in, put a little check mark by them or some kind of system so that you can know that yes, you indeed have been responsible and are getting credit for actual assignments. And then at parent-teacher conference night or report card time or progress report time, when your parents are questioning you, you can go back and show the planner and say, yeah, mom, or yeah, dad, and see, look, I have a check mark. So it helps you to be accountable with your learning. It helps you to be organized, and it really can reduce anxiety and stress and the worry, you know, that comes from being a clutter bug. Okay. Another tool that teachers of reading use in the classroom because they get good results from it, well, I can speak for myself. I get good results from what's called a reading log. I find that reading logs are great ways to organize the facts that you're learning from the book. And reading logs are used for fiction novels primarily. They can also be used for nonfiction material, but they're definitely used for independent reading. This is how I use them. I use them to help students to become appreciative of reading independently. I find that graphic organizers can help them to organize their facts, but reading logs can help them to organize the details from a novel and then to move into making a connection with the novel, identifying all of the details that are necessary for appreciating a story, for understanding the plot, and for developing themselves into readers, productive readers and writers. So what is a reading log? Reading logs can look like a lot of different things, from a simple piece of paper with the title of the book, the author's name, the publication citation, and then, you know, listing the facts. That's very basic. But I like to get a more detailed reading log that helps the students to list details, descriptions about the characters, the relationships the characters have with each other in the story, describe the setting, tell me what point of view the story is told from. All of these different details help the reader to become more focused as they read. And the reading log that I like to use also asks the students to identify the theme of the particular novel that they're reading, and, you know, to draw a sequence of events to show that they are indeed following the sequence of, you know, the plot, that they know what's taking place in the story. It helps the reader to clarify too that indeed what the reader thinks, what they think they know, they really do know, or they can correct any errors that they have acquired. So the reading log is a very good tool. I use it. I find it to be a very effective tool to help readers move beyond basic readers all the way up to more, you know, appreciative readers. It doesn't matter if the student has a learning disability, no learning disabilities, or if the student is a gifted learner. Reading logs work. All right? Thanks.